Hello and Happy New Year, YouTube. This is James from Bandit Geeks with
Axel.
Sean, and our friend and guest today, Matthew.
Hi guys.
In the podcast today, we will be covering a number of topics from favourite Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks and products from last year, that being 2020, to some upcoming anime that we are looking forward to, along with a couple of fun segments.
Just for a bit of disclosure, this is being recording on January 1st and is going for upload on January 10th, so everything is correct at time of recording.
So now, let's get into the first segment for today.
That's right, we shall start with our favourite Yu-Gi-Oh! Products from 2020 and discuss why we liked them and thought they were good.
We all have a different one, so let's start with you, Matthew, since you're our guest.
Oh god. Right guys, my favourite product was the Charmer deck, sorry, I can't English. Which, as well as having the new prints of the Familiar Possessed, which artworks I absolutely love. I don't know, but I know James is fond of the, is it Hitter?
Yeah, Heater, the fire one.
I always pronounce that one wrong. It also came out with Twin Twisters, a little generic card for you. Denko Sekka, bane of my existence. Effect Veilers, which I have in a lot of decks because I think that's a bit of a better card if you're looking for say you can't afford Ash. I think Effect Veil is just the next one to go along with that one. And then the Dark Rule and more, again, made of my existence when it comes to a lot of swarming decks.
Yeah, we know all about Denko Sekka being the bane of your existence, Matt.
Very much so.
Yes,
I may be responsible for that.
I'm not going to say a word.
And now for my favourite Yu-Gi-Oh! Product of 2020 was the Tin of Lost Memories. And I like this because there was just so much good reprints from this, and they were in either a better rarity or a downgraded rarity which they were needed. For example, Appaloosa. Her secret rare, when she first came out, were like 50 quid. She then spiked up to 100. She was becoming a bit of an expensive card. So she got an ultra rare reprint. She spiked down. Not only that, she was quite easy for me to pull, to be fair. And, that whole tin just had a lot of good reprints from the good core booster packs that came out in the year before. And it was just so good. Also, you can't forget my boy Jagoon. Just saying, like, Jagoon was one of the biggest things to come out in that tin.
Yeah, although that one was actually not a reprint, that was actually a first print for Dragoon.
Oh yeah, it was a first print, wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, Appaloosa being £50 to £100, that's why I didn't even look at that card when it was first out. I was like, nah, I'm good.
But you also had Savage, you had Extravagant, you had just a lot of good prints in there. Masquerena, Seifert, Phantasme. There's just generally a lot of good cards in there.
There was a
lot of good reprints.
If the thing is it's one of the best tins they've done so far. If you look back to the first mega tin they ever did, back in 2014, I think, you were guaranteed the card on the tin, but it was quite stupid on pulls because some of the good cards were still quite short printed in the tins back in them days. But these, in today's date, it's just a good ratio in that tin. The whole tin is just a good ratio on what you get.
So for me, it has to be maximum gold. I mean, I like the gold rares in general. I don't think they're anywhere near as ugly as some people say.
I agree on that one.
The cards printed in it, the reprints especially, I think are good. I mean, you have the Appaloosa, you have Impermanence, which I was lucky enough to get 3 of each of. You have the classic cards, the Blue Eyes, the Dark Magician, the Red Eyes, which again I was lucky enough to get a couple of each of. And then just in general, the set itself is good.
Yeah, there was a lot of good cards. I think you got reprints of the hand traps, but you had both you could get both the original art and the alternate art.
Yes.
It also had Cyber Dragon Infinity in there as well.
It did.
With both the original and the alternate as well.
But I did not get that for knowing.
Unlucky for you.
Well,
You can't complain. You got 3 imperms.
I did get 3 imperms. There was also a reprint of Elemental Hero Stratos in there, which again I pulled a few of them, and I'm building heroes at the minute, vanilla heroes, so they come in useful. I mean, I don't think there's any card in that set I can say I didn't like.
I mean, I wasn't a fan of gold rares. You can even ask James when they had what were those variants for? What was it black? Was it Ancient Fairy Dragon and Powerful Dragon, the synchros? Was it Pixie Dragon and what was the other one?
Oh yeah, Ancient Pix Dragon and I can't remember the part. I know what you're on about. I just can't think of the name of it.
I mean, you know, I hated the look of them cards. I at one point played them because I needed them, but then I just went, you know what? No, I'm not. No.
Was it the artwork of the cards, or was it the rarity?
I think it was the gold on it. Just it made the card look tacky. I've never liked gold-looking stuff, but when it came to the new gold stuff, I mean, I got 2 Appaloozas just because I wanted them.
Yeah, especially in the alternate art as well.
Oh yeah, that card with her wings, oof, that is a beautiful card.
I know, right?
What is it? I know. What other card did I get? Aramax and IP's. What was it called? Masquerena. I got them, and they weren't. Was it them? I got them in.
No, you'd got them out of tins.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up. I'm getting mixed up. I honestly, it's been that long since I've opened up a tin, and I don't even remember which tin I've opened.
But also in the maximum gold, I have a Cyber Dragon deck, obviously. And there's a new Infinity artwork, which I'm still yet to get, can I just say. You know how many boxes I've opened of them, and I'm still yet to get one. But the artwork on it is gorgeous. And I want it.
Yeah, this. He's rubbing it in.
Shut up.
Yeah, this one made me change my mind about golds. If there's other artworks like Appaloosa in there, then I'm more than happy to buy another maximum gold tin or whatever comes out this year or the year after.
Yeah, as well as I think that like the actual gold foiling on the maximum gold rares, it looks better than previous.
Yeah, I would agree with that, especially with the highlights around the character themselves. Yeah, I think that looks good.
I mean, the old one with Ancient Pixie Dragon, it was like a glittery gold. This is more like a solid gold bar.
Yes.
Which it makes it look so much better.
Yeah.
No, I just like it in general.
And you got lucky getting 3 imperms.
And 3 Appaloozas.
Yeah, that as well.
And a few Monster Reborns in that as well, which are always useful to have.
Wait, Axel, have you managed to get a Dragoon yet?
No.
Well, for a start, that's out of the tins.
That's out of 10, but no.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, but, Can you tell 2020's left me with a bit of
I think 2020 just left everyone like that.
I think it's brain damaged everyone.
Anyway, I think moving on.
Yes, and lastly for myself, actually going. Well, I did enjoy all the products you guys have mentioned as well. For me, I'd say probably has to be Rise of the Duelist, which was a booster set came out in August, if I remember correctly. For one reason only. And that is Dogmatica.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do we know?
Talking about them for ages.
Yeah, as I say, as soon as I saw it, it's like, I'm building it. Don't care if it's expensive, I am building it.
You build everything.
I don't build everything. I've not built a Zushin troll deck.
Yet.
Give it a week.
I've also never built Yosenju.
Yet.
Yeah. Give it a week. Yeah, give that a month. Actually, give that a month.
I've also never built Super Quant either.
Yet.
I like how you're all just assuming I'm going to do everything.
Right, James, there is a table round your house that you are getting a second level of decks. Yes, everyone. Second level of decks.
It's not a small table either.
No, that's the scary part about it.
It's called having a hobby that you enjoy.
I have many hobbies I enjoy.
It's called obsession. There's a difference. We've all said, if you said it to your mother, you need to seek help. Even she sat there and gone, yes.
James, you've got enough decks and deck boxes to build an entire continent with, so just shush.
And
I
that's
will
what
not
you
say
do in your
that.
cars upstairs
Nope,
instead.
I do not accept that. To be fair, I've also probably got the cores for like a bunch of other decks in my tins somewhere.
You
Yeah,
have.
you have. This
It's just trying to
So
get you
does-
apart with them.
Does anyone want to play Cardians? I've got a Cardian core.
Go to a mirror, slap yourself 3 times, and then come back.
No.
And you know what? Next time we have a fire pit round at yours, guess where them Guardians are going to end up?
Ooh.
Up your bum.
No, guess where his coffee table's gonna go?
Sean, if
Hey,
you're willing
you-
to do that, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you, but he might.
Oh, I will, and I'll put him on the fucking fire. I'll fucking spit roast him, literally. Paling fruit,
Big
got
A.
that fruit arse, pin up spit over the top of the fire.
That's okay. All you got to do is put 2 apples in his nose.
Anyway,
Well, we
It's
know-
like,
We know if I'm getting cooked on a fire, we know Matthew's going to be the one to eat me first.
I don't
no, I think that would be Charlotte, wouldn't it?
Ha ha.
anyway, I think we've got a little
Yes.
distracted there.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sean.
But in all seriousness, yeah, that's the main reason why I like that, because love the artwork, love the deck. Enough said, really.
Not a love obsession.
Not at all. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can't say much because I'm obsessing over Charmers at the minute.
You are what we call a hypocrite.
Hey, I'll become a hypocrite when I start getting a table that's my dinner table, actually. When that starts getting a second level of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, then I'll become a
Truth hurts.
burn, bitch,
Right,
burn.
anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Now looking at our upcoming product, Legendary Duelist Season 2, which is coming out sometime this year. James, which day was that, did you say? Or did you just say it was coming out?
It's in January. I think it's around the 16th, something like that. I know it's in January.
I know I'm going to look forward to this if it's anything like the one Winter Mice came out. Hey, you know me, I was waiting for that. Since I started Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been waiting for that card to come out, and then when they said, oh yeah, by the way, here's the Eye of Timaeus, I was like, mine.
That's a legendary That's Dragons of Legend, not Legendary Duelist.
Was it? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Legendary Duelist Season 2 is a product that interests me for the main reason that I'm building, or planning on building, a Blue Eyes deck. And it has a reprint of Bingo Machine Go in. And when I was pricing up my deck, Bingo Machine Go made up a total of about 1/3 of the total cost of the deck, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was like a 30 quid card each, and I wanted 3 of them. So yeah, I'm glad it's getting a reprint. It
That
also,
reprint will make you happy.
yes, it also contains a new Blue Eyes card, which is Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So that will probably get tested in my deck at some point as well.
Sounds like I'm going to want to get on this.
I've seen the
Probably
effect for
almost
Abyss.
No, I know James put up the Discord chat. I just not had a chance yet.
It's pretty good.
Now into a fun segment returning from the last podcast, which is unpopular opinions. Let's see how this goes. There'll be a couple of them today, one from Matthew and one from Sean. Remember, guys, try not to be too spicy.
I can't promise anything with mine.
Oh god, here we go.
My unpopular opinion is Dragoon needs to be banned.
Haven't we had this discussion?
We have, but it's still my unpopular opinion.
Actually,
I
it's not,
Okay.
isn't it? Isn't like there is some people who would agree with you, some who wouldn't. But as I say, we're then getting into the debate of
Predaplant
Do you
versus
ban-
Dragoon.
what's really the bigger problem, the enabler or the thing itself?
Hey, for me, just get rid of both of them. Like, I'm not allowed to have. I'm
That
not
would
allowed
work.
to have the Ptolemais in my Asian deck. In my I'm getting my decks mixed up now. My Satellanite deck, right? Because it can make someone skip their turn, but it can also make me go into Cyber Dragon Infinity. Right? I'm not being
Matthew.
funny. Go on.
Your whole attitude to Dragoon will change once you actually start playing it. Like, trust me.
Yeah,
Just
I
because
think-
you go against it and you've never played it, you'll hate it. But whereas if you actually use it, you'll see, okay, this is actually a decent card.
I've
Yeah,
played
no,
against
no.
Linkross. I've played with Linkross. I still hate it.
Also, I suppose I like how Matt is still salty about Ptolemaeus.
I am. I'm gonna be salty about that till the day I die.
What if it gets unbanned on the next ban list?
I love Konami forever.
There you go, Konami. Unban it, you'll have a fan for life.
Hey,
Yeah.
one of the highest rated cards I own. It's not. It's Ptolemais, and it's not expensive, right? I believe it's secret rare, and it's one that's been sat in my book since I got it. Because the day I got it was the day the ban list came out, and it was banned. I was like, you bugger.
Wait, I don't think it was a secret rare, but I think it was an ultimate. I think.
That is something I'll need to look at because, like I say, it's been sat in there for that long. I think it's gathering dust. It's no longer shiny anymore.
you need to get a bit of polish out.
It's
I
not
might-
ultimate, it's just decent.
With Dragoon needing to be banned, I would agree up to an extent, yes.
I mean, Dragoon banning, fair enough. If anything, I can't have Ptolemais, but everyone else can have what do you call it? I'm honestly having a brain fart this week. It's just one big week.
The salt is real on the Ptolemaeus ban.
Hey, I said to you, I'm going to be salty about it until the day I die, unless Konami actually let it go. Hey, I'm still salty about Rongomniac.
But Rongomniac deserved it.
My boy Rongomniac deserved nothing. I didn't always bring him out like everyone else did.
Yeah, but when you had the chance.
I mean, when I went up against another Telenite player, it was a case of whoever got Rongomniac out first would basically win. So at that point, I had to play him.
Exactly. But on to the point about Dragoon, I mean, as I've said to before, I'm very much on the fence about it. I can see why you would and why you'd ban other things instead. But the OCG have banned it, but in the TCG it's still legal, so I'm on the fence with it personally.
I get why he wants it banned, and I also get why people don't want it banned. So I'm still with you on the fence on that, James. But the thing is don't just hate a card because you just keep going against it. Actually use it for a bit and play with it on Nexus or something. Just give it a little chance. Don't just think, oh, I keep losing to this. I hate this card.
It's hard not to whenever you always play it, and I mean always.
Yeah, I will also always hate. Again, I'm bringing it up. Linkross. If I played it, I might have played it and enjoyed it. But the number of times I came across it, just no thanks.
I thought you did play it a couple of times.
I did, but I still
What,
hate
you
it.
just never... Oh, okay.
Here's an example. I hate Orcust, but I've never played for deck. So, actually building it on Nexus, giving it a go. See what all this fuss is about.
Is it an easy wins deck?
Yes, it is.
There we go.
Once
Then
you know
you'll
how
love
to
it.
use it.
It's yet again one of the cards Easy Win needs to play.
Right, I think
That was
moving
your
on.
unpopular opinion.
Yeah, so it's my unpopular opinion now. Probably might get a bit of hate for this, but honestly, in my opinion, Blue Eyes is the most overhyped poster boy of Yu-Gi-Oh.
reasoning.
Yeah, what's your reasoning?
It's just, he's a vanilla monster. Yeah, he's an iconic monster because of Kyber and because of the original show. But there are other cards, like, they could just make a poster boy. Like, they're sticking to what they know. Yeah, I get it. What they know. But mix it up a bit. Just, come on, Konami, add a bit of spice. Just
But with
try
what card?
something.
It's not just what they know. Look at it this way, right? So when we were younger, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician were the big cards, yes?
Yeah.
Right. When you have your kid or whatever, he gets older, starts asking about Yu-Gi-Oh! You will mention Blue Eyes, guarantee it. Everyone does.
Yeah.
So then
I will
it's a
just-
recognisable card for new people as well. Everyone's heard of Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I will just say one thing. Blue Eyes is, yeah, he's iconic, but not everybody actually know of him. I mean, I have been out in the street and I've seen a kid point to a poster of Blue Eyes and go, "Look, Daddy, it's a Digimon."
But no, that
Yu-Gi-Oh! Though.
I'm not saying everyone knows about him. I'm just saying anyone
I bet
who
the people who-
wants to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or knows people who have been into Yu-Gi-Oh! Will have heard the name.
Or at least.
Yeah, I think anyone who's heard of Yu-Gi-Oh has heard of Blue Eyes.
Yes.
I think it's
Yeah.
like probably the most well-known card. I think if you've never heard of Blue Eyes, you've probably never heard of Yu-Gi-Oh.
But I just think it's.
Or you're just
overhyped.
uncultured, so you know.
There is also that.
For one, I think Blue Eyes is now kind of on par, just under the Heroes with the most support. Heroes has like a lot of support, but Blue Eyes is kind of just under it. The thing is they're kind of just like over supporting Blue Eyes now, and they're over supporting Heroes. But they've over
that's
supported
just-
Heroes.
I'd say that's just Konami though. They do that with cards like Blue Eyes because it's iconic and they know that
People will
it's a
play
card
'em.
that's always going to have fanboys. Yeah, people will always play it, so people will always be interested in new support for it. The same reason why, like, they're going to be giving. I think there's a structure that coming out at some point called Cyber Star, which is like based on like Cyber Dragon and other stuff like that. But they keep giving, support to like again Cyber Dragon as well because they know that it's popular and that it'll sell. I mean, I get what you're saying. There's a lot of other decks and archetypes that really could do with more support and in some ways deserve it, but some archetypes will get preferential treatment just purely because they're popular and Konami knows that they'll sell.
But that's how a business runs.
Yeah,
It's sort of like Vanguard back when I was playing it. For just one really good card for any deck was like 30 quid. There was no one good card. It was just everyone knew Royal Paladin. And that's what everyone wanted to build straight away.
I didn't.
I just think it's overhyped. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a decent card, and it also is kind of like a decent archetype and everything else. It's overused.
So like
It's
you
pretty-
using Dragoon.
I just think Blue Eyes is pretty much the cash cow of the company.
What brings in money? What brings in money?
That's like saying Pikachu's the cash cow of Pokemon, but it's because everyone knows him.
Is
Yeah.
the cash cow.
it's just same logic. You're
Or
using what appeals to
Digimon, you
people.
know, it's all
Agumon.
yeah,
Yeah,
Or Greymon.
yeah. It's going to be the same for everything. That's like saying in like 10 years' time, you know, the founding Titan is the cash cow of Attack on Titan because everyone knows it.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
It's what brings in the moolah.
You're not
You say
exactly
what brings in the Buddha.
going to use, say, you know, Lisbeth from Sword Art Online as the poster child when she's not a main character.
I get where you're all coming from and everything, yeah. I understand, but it's just how I feel.
I disagree.
I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because it's not like Dragoon. It's not overpowered.
No, it's not. Stop. God damn it, Matthew.
God damn it, Sean. You know it's true.
You know when when I build this Blue Eyes deck, he's going to end up building it because it's easy wins.
Oh, yeah. He said no now, but when he sees that he's losing against it, they're like, stop Dragoon. I'll sell him off and I'll make a Blue Eyes deck and I'll beat these guys with their own cards.
No. I'll give you a
But
donate
anyway.
later. But yeah, anyway.
But yeah, anyway, let's just get to our whether we agree or disagree. I'd say I can see what you're saying and where you're coming from. Personally, I disagree, but I do see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I see sort of where you're coming from, but I disagree because of what we've just discussed.
And I think that's 3 out of 4.
So that is an unpopular opinion. That's,
Yeah.
that's how it works.
I win.
Another easy win for you. Sorry,
Oh dear. If either you've got to keep cutting out the when we say easy wins, or at some point, somewhere we're gonna have to explain where that comes from.
explain it.
Or just put a little annotation on the video.
Well,
There's a reason why
no,
we-
I'll literally say right now. We call Sean easy wins because he tends to use really powerful cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's sort of just stuck.
Well, not really powerful cards.
Because he likes to get. Yeah, basically, let's play really powerful decks to make winning easier, to get easy wins.
Yes. So his nickname is Sir Easy Wins.
It's
There
just
we go.
called strategy, something you and Axel don't have, Matthew.
Strategy. You want to talk about I place traps to lure my opponents into them. That's a strategy. That is how punches have worked for thousands of years. You just sit there with, big monster, can't destroy me.
That is
I
pretty
have
much
a
this
wall.
Blue Eyes deck, to be fair.
I'm scared of this boss monster. I will set a trap.
Mine is Big Boss Monster after Big Boss Monster.
I summon big monster, my monster, smash your monster, I win.
You're
Ugh.
boss monster after boss monster now in your new deck, so
I wouldn't really say my fucking Light Swans are Big Boss Monster after Big Boss Monster. There's a lot of strategy to build up to it.
Well, same with,
Right.
with Familiar
And a
Possessed.
lot of luck.
Yes.
Same with Familiar Possessed. It's a what attacker? They're what is it? A 1/850 attack. You can boost them up with a spell card. Yeah, I can probably get them to roughly just under 4 or just over 4k if I have 4 or 5 different 5 or 6 different attributes out in the field. But there's no big boss monster in there.
All right then, I guess it's time to get on with the next topic, which will be an anime premiere.
yes. So on January the 7th, The Promised Neverland Season 2 is finally out. I said this in the last one. Oh my god, I'm just so hyped for this. Like, just when I watched the first episode of Season 1, Axel, I know you've not seen it. I'm sorry for the spoilers, but I'm going to try and keep them to a minimum. So on Season 1, when you actually get towards the end and then realise that big twist, James and Matthew, you should know what I'm on about, so I'm going to try and keep it to a level where you know, but Axel doesn't. It's just when you see that twist, it's just that twist then that just drew me in, because then you think, oh my god, now what the flipping heck are they going to do? What, and then you're just hooked in because you want to see their progress throughout the entire show. And then as soon as that final episode hits and just leaves you on that cliffhanger, it's like, I need the second season now.
I do have to admit, when I watched the season 1, I was like, wait, that's it? I want more.
It's
To be
still on
honest,
my
I
list.
I need to finish this. To be honest, after we finish recording this, I actually might just sit and watch it.
Binge it.
just blast through the whole season.
I would if I didn't have about 10 hours of editing to do.
Well, there's also that.
See, this is one of the anime Sean was like, oh, you need to watch. I was like, what's the hype for this? I watched it and I was like, he's right. That's not actually a bad anime.
Oh yes, I couldn't stop. It was one of those where I just binged it all the way through. I just could not leave it alone.
Aye. Also, in addition to that, there is another anime premiering the actual same day, January 7th. Also, a season 2 of Quintessential Quintuplets. I know I'm the only one of like us four that's actually seen it.
Yes.
Although our friend Cass has also seen it, and he's looking forward to this as well.
We may be in a
We-
work off from Monday. I might see about watching it on online.
Yeah, and I also actually got it on Blu-ray for my birthday, season 1.
God damn it.
Long story short, you've got the main character, Futuro, and in the first episode he basically has a bit of a interaction, shall we say, with a girl in the cafeteria. It does not go very well. He then gets a job as a private tutor, and it just so happens that that girl and her sisters who he's tutoring. But these girls absolutely despise studying, and it's great fun watching them give him the runaround all the time. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we've also recently had the 4th season of Attack on Titan start, which is what excited me.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, we're 4 episodes in so far. It's going really well. Like the story's gripping. They're doing a really good job adapting the manga. Episodes are releasing on Saturdays in both Japan and the UK. Obviously subbed. So, yeah.
When this
Nothing
is,
wrong with subbed.
No,
when this is released in dubbed, then I can watch it. Other than that, I can't keep up with what the people are saying. And then it's like I get halfway through the sentence and I'm trying to read, and it's like, bye bye.
I failed English and I'm okay with subbed.
I'm a slow reader.
I'm weird because I can read the subtitles and watch what's going on at the same time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that is weird. That is weird.
But yeah, so yeah, some good upcoming anime.
Now moving on to our next segment. Over the course of 2020, we all built at least one deck. Unless you're James, then you just built a silly number of decks like he always does. How many was it?
Cheeky bugger. What, this year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've not counted.
Ish.
No, because you can't count.
I can count, actually.
Yeah, just not all on one hand of how many decks you built.
Not on 2 hands, he has to use his hands and feet.
Wait. Are we including the Dragon Ruler format deck I did for fun and the Goat format deck I
Well,
did for fun?
yeah, it's
or
still a
we-
deck. It's still a deck build.
Oh, okay. About 15?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Too much money. Too much money.
What? I have a hobby that I enjoy.
I'm kind of at 6 this year.
I've built one and I'm working on 3 more. So actually, it's not that ridiculous thinking about it.
I think I'm about 4. I did dinos because I just wanted to try them. Salamangreats. What was the other one I built, James? Was it? I know it was Familiar Possessed. What was the other one I did?
The
Oh,
other, Salamangreat, or have you mentioned that one?
No, mention that one. Salamangreat. Oh, Altergeist. That's it. I've tinkered with Altergeist a bit on mine.
Although you've not finished that in real life yet, 'cause I think you need the extravagance into it.
yeah, money card.
Right.
Love money.
Although that has gone down in price, to be fair.
Yeah, Christmas. That's all I'm going to say.
Anyway, in all seriousness, we have all built decks which we love to play. So let's get into them now, and let us know in the comments if you would like profiles of any of these decks.
For me, my favourite new deck is Restrict Kaiju. Now, just this deck, it's a strategy deck. It is actually quite good strategy. Yes, I know Matthew and Axel, you're going to say no, it's not. It's an OP boss monster.
It's just Nick, my monster time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but if you've got the Kaijus in your hand and you've got the means of getting either Millennium Eyes or 1,000 Eyes out, you can then basically just get rid of their boss monster or any problematic monsters that they have out on the board with that Kaiju. Then get into your 1,000 Eyes or Millennium Eyes, then take back that Kaiju or any other monster you can. And then you can basically just, if you have Millennium Eyes, if they chain a monster effect, you can also click that monster that they're using and it negates that effect. So then practically you're going to get about 2 monsters on that and it gains their attack and defense. You know, I've managed to somehow get 3 Dragoons equipped onto a Millennium Eyes. So I've had a 9-gate meter, which was funny.
See, I
You
know
know-
it does. It is a very strategic deck, But again, it's that sort of a trap-based deck, and you go on about me being back row heavy.
There is actually no back row or trap.
No,
There's-
but you use your opponent's monsters against them. Like I use my opponent's moves against them whenever I use traps.
You play reactively, I think, is the point you're trying to get across.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Although I will just say one thing. You guys earlier were like, yeah, but it's just steal your monster. That's what he sings every time he plays that deck. Instead of I'm going to steal your girl, he says I'm going to steal your monster. No denial, it must be true.
It is sure.
What? It's just a bye-bye monster, have a kaiju. That's it.
Fuck your kaiju.
Like, is there a problem, boss monster on board? Well, here's a kaiju.
Yeah,
You know what?
the thing is, it's like every deck I'm coming across at the minute is playing kaijus as well.
Mm.
I think because it's like just generic removal, because it can like get rid of, because it bypasses like pretty much all protection, unless it says that it can't be tributed.
It's a generic removal, but it's also a nice little engine, especially for restrict. It is kind of a nice little engine in there to have.
See, it's a bit of a double-edged sword as well, though. If you run a deck and you play them because you want to try and get rid of problem monsters, but your monsters don't go over their attack, and you can't pop them or remove them from the field, you've just given your opponent another monster that you can't kaiju because of their ability.
That's why I play smart. If I use uninterrupted kaiju slumber, I will give them Thunder King. If I can make Millennium Eyes, I will give them Thunder King. So then I've got a high attack.
But if you can't make it, you give yourself Thunder
Gamma
King.
Seal. Yeah, give myself
Yeah.
Thunder King. Give them Gamma Seal.
Okay.
So, yeah, I
But
think
yeah, Restrict is my favourite. So yeah.
of your new decks this year.
Of my new decks, yes. I could have said Dinos, but then I'd be called a Meta Whore.
You are a meta whore.
That's why
I think the term is meta sheep. I think is the proper term.
Anyway, moving on to my favourite deck. I've actually only built one full deck. I'm building others, but I've only built one. And that is Light Swans. And I know it's a bit of an older theme, but I played it a few months back in a friendly tournament we did. And I actually went unbeaten with it. And I just fell in love just with the whole archetype. I built a real vanilla version. The only non-Light Swan card in there is actually a Twilight Swan, which counts. And I actually got all the deck ideas and that off of James. So I thank him for that.
I think you did take it in your own direction. You just used mine as like a base.
Yes.
Then
But you
tinkered
have
with
your Perform Mages, don't you,
it. Yeah.
in yours, which I didn't like, so I took them out, shuffled things about a bit, and I think it works really well.
To be fair, it does work really well. I mean, it does have the classic problem all Light Swan decks have, that you risk accidentally milling all your JDs.
That has happened before.
Or just doing what Axel did when he was online. Crap, I've milled myself out of existence.
Well, not long after I actually finished building the deck, I played a game. In 2 rounds, I had, I think it was, what was it, like 30 cards in grave after 2 turns.
It was somewhat crazy.
It was
like that.
ridiculous. I won the game in the end, which is the mad thing. But, it does mill a lot.
Yeah, and
See,
it can be a bit sacky as well, because you'll have games where you like mill all your JDs and you've got like, unless you go to your extra deck, there's no like boss monster to turn to. But then you'll have other games where your mills will go well. You'll get 4 engrave really easy, and you'll get all 3 JDs in hand.
Yes. Sometimes.
Unless you
There's like not a lot of in between either. You tend to get like one extreme or the other.
Yes.
Unless you're like me, when you play Pot of Extravagance, is it Pot of Extravagance? No, Pot of Desires, which I had in Telenites. I milled my 2 Vegas, the 2 cards which are combo extenders. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I think somehow it always hit both your Vegas.
See, even when I was playing Light Swans, I would mill the cards I needed, and draw the cards I really, really didn't. I drew into Wolf that many times, I wanted to throw the card out the window.
Yeah, that hurt, drawing into Wolf.
Or Felis, or Felis, however you say it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You draw into them cards, you're just like, you mother... God damn it.
I like how the chat just censored him for us there.
He didn't.
No, that was just me shutting up before I said something I would regret.
Okay then.
Right, so my favourite deck for this year was the Familiar Possessed deck. Now, credit where credit's due, I am using a build which James built. Only because I had no time to actually look up the ways of how everything worked. I've gone off his build, and I am going to go my own way about it. But, my God, the artwork with the cards, I love it. The way it plays, I tell you what, I'm not a fast learner, but that deck I got quick.
Yeah, which is all good. I mean, yes, I mean, obviously, thanks for the credit there. I mean, it is essentially my list. I know you are going to make some changes to it eventually once you know which way you want to take it.
And actually, I'm not going to be going back row heavy.
Yeah, that's the thing. You do want some back row because some of the traps are really important for the deck, but you don't want too many because it just slows you down.
Yeah.
But I did a bit. Obviously, when the structure deck was announced, I looked at it, thought up of an initial list, but then obviously didn't do anything really with it till they came out. Then when they came out, I think it was mainly just like building the extra deck I needed to do because like most of the stuff you actually get in the structure deck.
Yeah.
Like most of the stuff I needed to buy was the extra.
Yeah, except for the Link Charmers, because I think I even said to you, oh, it's a structure deck, it won't be that good. I mean, the last structure deck I think that we all agreed on was good was actually Dinos and possibly DDD back when they were decent. But I couldn't see these things being very good, but I love the artwork that much. I just needed to play them, and I just fell in love.
And yeah, it is. I think it is better than a lot of people give it credit for. I'm not going to say it's tier 1 destroying the meta or anything like that, but I do think it is a bit underrated.
I mean, if you think about it, it's control based because you can take over your opponent's monsters, but unless you've got the light and dark charmers, what is it? The ones that flip face up to take control. You don't have any way of taking over dark attribute monsters or light attribute monsters. So there is problems with the deck, but when it comes down to control, if you haven't got the control, you can get the power. You just got to play the cards right.
Yeah, and I think often you can usually set up sort of like 2 to 3 disruptions. I mean, I know there are decks that can produce more, but that can sometimes still be enough if you use them at the right times.
I mean, how the Familiar Possessed, is it Partnership, the one that you can bring a spellcaster back?
Yeah, partnerships, possessed partnerships.
That one, when I found out that if you have another spellcaster with 1/5 defense on the field,
It has to be a different attribute as well.
Yeah, of a different attribute. But 9 times out of 10, you do it without even realizing it. I've done it on Nexus. I've gone, oh crap, I've got 2 different ones here. It's saying, oh, I can bounce them, I can destroy something. Nice, that's that problem monster out of the way. Or it's an amount of problem cards out of the way, so you can, and it opens you up to more power as well. Because if you've got the spell card that lets you draw and gives you 300 power, I know what it's called.
I know which one you mean.
Is it Awakening of the Possessed?
Awakening of this. Just maybe one sec. I've actually got the deck on hand.
Yeah.
So
along with that being a draw power, which in a lot of decks you find is a problem half the time. That on your opponent's turn you can draw if you used partnership, and on your turn you've got another card in hand. You're like, well, hey, I'm drawing for days.
Yeah, it's Awakening of the Possessed.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, I mean the draw effect is a hard once per turn, which is the only sort of downside. But I suppose if you're someone on your opponent's turn, you can use it then as well. Attack boost. Bloody hell. the attack boost as well stacks. So if you have multiple copies, then each monster you control would gain 600 per attribute if you've got 2, or 900 per attribute if you have all 3.
That was fun to do. But like I say, the artwork, and you got some tokens in the deck, which there were 4 different tokens. I've got 3 of them. I know you've got all 4 of them because you're collecting buff.
Oh, the tokens, there's 5.
Is there? All right. You told me those
Yeah,
4.
there's actually 5.
Let
No,
me
it's
have a look.
4 alternate arts of the Familiar Possessed Girls. And
5
then,
tokens.
yeah, 5 tokens. Yeah.
I do have to admit though, I liked the original art. I can't remember which one I liked from the original, but I do love Win in the new one. I don't know why. She just the way the card looks. I'm just like, wow. I need that
Yeah.
card. And there was one card I didn't get. I got all the other 3 in the 3 decks I got, and I had to go online. Then I realized I drew it in another one. I was like, wait, happy days.
Wait, I thought out of when you got the structure, I thought it was just the Earth one you didn't get. Also,
I know I didn't have the Water Link and the Earth Link.
you wouldn't have got the links because the links weren't in the structure deck.
No, I
Yes.
mean,
The
as in
links you have to
originally
buy
before the
separately.
decks came out. Which one was it? Oh, I've got the cards on myself to do. I've got the alternate art so on hand. As I was looking at them earlier.
I don't have the water one. I just need the water one for alternate. But other than that, I've got everything. I've got the other 3.
Oh no, I got.
I don't need no ultimate.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was the Earth one. Yeah, sorry. Because I got Win in the first pack I opened, which I was ecstatic about when I actually opened it. And then after I got Win, now I thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna have to get 3 more decks now just to see what this deck's about.
You know they only called them Charmers because they couldn't call them Benders for copyright reasons.
Really?
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. But to be honest, they don't actually bend the elements. They just control monsters or spirits. Is it spirit? Yeah, spirits because it's spirits.
So I'd say Charmers is more accurate.
Yeah.
I just couldn't help it, sorry.
We know.
What?
we
Yeah,
know.
lie.
You know, just ask.
Exactly.
James, now I believe.
Yes.
So less for me. I think you all know what it is. It was kind of obvious.
But
It's
after the
Dogmatica.
15 you built.
Yeah, Dogmatica invoked, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's fair.
And what I do like is like both the Dogmatica cards and the invoked engine really complement each other. Because I mean, a lot of the Dogmatica cards you can special summon them if there's a monster from the extra deck on the field, and then they get another effect. But usually, if you use that other effect, you can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of that turn. But that activated effect is usually optional.
Yeah.
So you can avoid the condition. Also, depending on exactly what card you've got, you can basically like make Dragoon, like do the Dragoon combo and have a few hand traps or a couple of traps or whatever. Or you can even go completely ignore that. And there have been some games with that deck where I've managed to get a situation where I've got like 3 to 4 disruptions on board and like 2 to 3 hand traps.
See, if it wasn't
it's
too
really
expensive, I'd have a look at it. But I'm not saying I'm cheap. I'm just saying, with me moving into a flat, it kind of comes over buying cards. So when Familiar Possessed came out for me, it was like, okay, I'm having that.
Yeah,
I can
my
appreciate
position.
that.
I'm in the
Yeah,
same.
although you guys might have a chance next year because the stuff will probably get reprinted in next year's tins. Well, 2021's tins, I should say, so this year's, strictly speaking.
Well, we've got a long time to wait if it's next year. Oof.
I mean this year because I'm forgetting it's 2021. But, yeah, it should be reprinted this year because they came out in Rise of the Duelists.
Well, like I say, if they are redone, then I will have a look at them. Because I know you were talking about them, and I didn't look at a few of the cards, and I thought, it's not a bad looking deck, that.
I know. Ecclesia's best girl. Just putting that out there.
I'll just jump in with Reyes Bay.
I thought you hated Sky Strikers.
I've seen some videos and they're kind of appealing.
That must mean they're an easy win.
Hey, they were when they were at their best, and you could mix them with all sorts as well. Sky
Mm.
Strikers.
I mean, I have seen a few of the Sky Strikers, and if Sean is interested, I do believe I have some trade.
Yeah, which actually reminds me, Dogmatica can also be mixed with other things as well. Not just Invoked.
On
Invoked
about
is just what I chose to put it with.
on about Sky Strikers, I mean, one of them artworks made my top 10 artworks of all time, so you know.
Yeah, the alternate art
Kagari.
for Kagari.
And I did
That
pull
is a good one.
the original art in another Maximum Gold as well, so I have both.
Same, that's what happened with me. It was weird because in one pack I got the alternate art, and then I think it was the very next one I got the original. It was like, right, okay.
It's unlikely
Fair enough.
it's a deck I'm unlikely to ever build, but I like the artwork, so
Yeah.
it's staying in my binder.
I think that's what brings most people towards playing some decks. Like, but playing Agents, for me, I just love the look of the cards. And then when it came to, like, Familiar Possessed, when I saw a win, I was like, this deck might be worth looking at.
Yeah, to be fair, it was the same with me and Dogmatica. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, right, that's mine.
I
Yeah.
just got Familiar Possessed structure decks just because of the reprints.
I mean, I remember seeing the Familiar Possessed when I first started Yu-Gi-Oh! They weren't big, they weren't powerful, they were different, and the artworks were really nice.
Oh, actually, there is actually one bit of credit I do want to give in terms of the Dogmatica Invoke list I used. It was actually inspired by one from. Have you ever heard of a channel called Zephyr War Games?
No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, they also do Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube videos, and I believe that the guy behind that channel is British as well. And I just saw it on his channel. I'm like, you know, I like the look of that. So that's what mine's based off. Mine's not completely the same as his, mind you. I have made a few changes.
It's the best thing
But
to
that-
do, though. I think take inspiration from other people's decks, but make your own changes. Make it your own.
Yeah, and I'd agree on that. As I say, that's just the credit I'm giving out for that one. So that's
End of the day, no one plays the same way. Like, Axel won't play the same way I play. Yes, I rely on my back row. Axel relies on special summons quite a lot of the time.
I like my special summons.
Exactly, because he's
true,
a special
true. Although tell that to a net decker.
and then there's Sean,
Well,
who
that's-
just like special summoning big things.
Although I suppose you Matt, are at the moment anyway technically net decking from me,
Well, yeah.
but at least well for the time being anyway.
For the time being, when I've looked at the deck better and I see the kinks in it that affect me, then I'll alter it. For now, I'm just playing it repetitively until I see what the problem is for me.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I
Yeah,
did
really.
with the Light Swans, and the big problem there was the Perform Ages for me, so I got rid of them.
Exactly.
yeah. 'Cause they didn't fit your playstyle. They didn't fit what
No.
you wanted to do with it.
Exactly.
But anyway, I think that's it for that segment.
Right. Anyway, with that out of the way now, we can mention The Rising of the Shield Hero, which is an anime me and James will recommend to the day we die. That is, oof.
Yeah,
I know
It is
I'm
a
a fan.
good anime.
I'm definitely a fan of animes where they are out of this world, but this one I am looking forward to season 2.
I second that. As it happens, James recommended this one to me as well, and I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait for season 2. There is no official release date as of yet, but from what I've seen online, it should be out later this year. So let's just hope and pray.
No, I am hoping, I am praying. I'm on my knees right now. Please, God, give it up.
Please give us more of our savior, the Shield Hero.
I'm just going to look up online how to pray to different gods for different things. Yeah,
So that
this
was-
year, hopefully, it should be coming out, but...
Yeah, I think it is
it's
confirmed. Yeah, it's confirmed for this year. They've just not said exactly when. So we know it's not going to be the winter season, 2021, because otherwise we'd have already had the date by now.
Mm.
So earliest it'd be
Spring.
spring.
Yeah.
That'd be spring, summer, or autumn.
I'm hoping
Which
spring.
one? We'll have to wait and see.
I'm hoping spring because that's closest.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Oh,
we will
God, I've
keep
got to
the
watch it again. Sorry.
But We will keep the channel updated if we find out anything else about it, and also keep an eye out for the upcoming review on the first season.
Yeah, because that's one video we will be pushing out, boys.
Yes, that is just one of the videos we have lined up, along with the another anime review, which we mentioned in the last podcast. We just haven't got round to it yet. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list discussions, such as could this card be unbanned? Dragon Rulers.
Thomas.
Just casually putting them out there, lads.
Dragon Rulers.
That's right. That is just a taster of what is to come on this channel.
So that's it for January 2021 podcasting. Thank you very much for watching.
If you have enjoyed, please check out the other videos on the channel. I think some of them have turned out really well so far. Subscribe, leave a like, and comment what you'd like to see in the future. And we'll see you all in the next video.
Till next time.
See you later, guys.
Peace out.